Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to go over EA's press conference for E3 and talk about the news and announcements that came out of that. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Alright, so there were a few things that came out of EA's press conference, but I would say overall it was a pretty weak showing. I think most people would agree with that. They definitely had a few games in there, but for the most part we saw the couple games that we expected to see. We got a little more info on a few games. And that was basically it. There were really no surprises, nothing too interesting. There were a couple indie announcements, but for the most part, I would say pretty weak showing from EA this year. So they opened up the show with Battlefield 5. Obviously, Battlefield 5 had been announced for a while now. They really didn't show off too much new other than they talked about a new Battle Royale mode. With the popularity of PUBG and Fortnite, I can't say that I'm very surprised. I expect a lot of companies will be jumping on that bandwagon. There are quite a few people that seem to be upset by it. I'm not sure if they're upset because they're going to steal people away from Fortnite and PUBG, or if they're just upset that a popular thing is making it into their game. I don't personally care. I think it's fine. It's a game mode. So I don't know that I personally care that it makes it into Battlefield 5. I actually will probably give it a shot because to me, PUBG was a little too janky. Fortnite I haven't really tried. I'll probably give it a shot. I don't really care too much one way or the other, but I don't really understand the negativity around it. After that, they of course talked about sports games. Turns out sports games are still sports. FIFA is still FIFA. Madden is still Madden. It is what it is. Really, there's nothing new there. They did talk about a EA Origins Premier subscription model. Honestly, I'm kind of getting tired of the subscription models. I think they are a good value for what they are. I still actually want to check out the Xbox Game Pass at some point, but yeah, it's not an exciting announcement. You know, we really go into some of these looking for games, and hearing about a higher tier Premier account that sounds like it's going to be $100 a year compared to the $30 or so that I think the current EA Origins access is. Yeah, I just hard to get excited about. They did show off Unravel 2, which to me, I mean, it's a pretty game. You know, don't get me wrong, it's a pretty game. I don't think it's really for me, but it's definitely a pretty game. I do like the fact that they added co-op. That may make me check it out at some point because I am always looking for games to play with my wife. Can't remember what the other game was. Something SOS. It was another interesting indie game. It looks interesting. I don't think it's for me. Either way, I don't think there was anything too exciting there. They also announced a Command & Conquer mobile game. I'm sure that's a huge disappointment for a lot of Command & Conquer fans. Anytime a series has been dormant for a while and they announce a mobile game for it, just kind of a slap in the face to those people. I mean, maybe it'll be good. I'll probably give it a shot just because I have a hard time finding decent mobile games, but yeah, can't be too exciting for any Command & Conquer fans. They did have Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the stage. Really, the main thing that came out of that was it proves that if we scream loud enough about loot boxes, they might go away. Or at least if your IP belongs to Disney. I suspect the pressure from Disney was a lot of that, but either way, it seems like loot boxes are gone from Battlefront 2. Kind of too little too late at this point. At this point, you've screwed up your launch. Nobody's really going to come back, I don't think. But it sounds like they are adding some new content to Battlefield 2. Maybe it'll be interesting, maybe it won't. But either way, it sounds like loot boxes are gone. Maybe they've learned their lesson. Along the same lines of Star Wars, they did go interview Vince Zampella for a little bit. Vince Zampella is one of the developers behind the Titanfall series. Basically, it sounds like he's working on a Star Wars game, but the whole interview was pretty cringy. It was basically, we're working on a new Star Wars game. Really? With Jedi in it. Jedi? You mean with lightsabers? Yeah, with lightsabers. When can we know more? Sometime. You know, it was pretty vague. It was probably next year, I think. They may have even said 2019, but either way, at this point, it's a long way off. They showed no footage. It's hard to get excited from what was talked about. I think that was most of it. They finished off with Anthem. I'd heard a bit about Anthem. I hadn't really looked into it too much myself. Looks like it's probably what would happen if Destiny and Iron Man had a baby. It looks interesting enough. The demo was okay, but it really wasn't anything that exciting. Overall, that is EA's press conference. There were some okay things. Most of it was pretty disappointing. There was nothing from like Plants vs. Zombies, Titanfall, Mass Effect, SimCity, all of these franchises that they've got that they're not really doing anything with right now. At least I think they still own all of those. Or anything really new and interesting. There's definitely more you would like to see out of EA, but I honestly, their press conferences are always kind of subpar, at least in my opinion. So I can't say I'm too surprised. So I think that's all I've got on EA's press conference. I'll be doing another video here shortly on Microsoft. That was a much more interesting show. But yeah, if you like the video, go ahead and subscribe. If not, don't. I am trying to do more videos now. It's been a while, but I'm trying to get back into it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.